Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are reacting to Bibi's Apocalypse. If you want to see just the reaction for this video, then check out the reaction video I posted alongside this one. But this video is the one where we'll do what I call the breakdown, where we go into the lyrics, talk about the meaning, my interpretation, and talk about things that I see in the video that I feel are worth actually discussing. This is the third out of 4 Bibi videos that I have planned. We did Burn It yesterday morning. We did Bluebird yesterday evening. We've got Apocalypse right now. And then later this evening, we will have Scott and Zelda. So looking forward to all of that. If you haven't seen the others, please check them out. And yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to everything because I'm going to see Bibi this Sunday. So really want to see more of her new stuff. Let's go check it out. All right, so I've got the lyrics pulled up over here on the second monitor. If you saw the reaction video, you know that there's a good bit that I want to talk about here. So I'll be curious to see what the lyrics say, but yeah, let's just get to it. Okay, we got this tree, maybe tree of life, I don't know. Alright, hold on. Okay, so this first part, look into my eyes, don't stop. This chance that will never come again, don't throw it away. So like, let's not waste opportunities. Hold my hand, wrap your arms around my waist. See this fruit ripened so temptingly. So, and then the next line where she just said, the rest of that is, look at this atom. Looks so delicious, right? So, already I'm getting strong biblical imagery here of Adam and Eve, you know, first man, first woman. She is, and remember, this album is called, it's got Eve in the title. I don't remember if it's called Romance Eve or just Eve. But the point is, Eve is mentioned in the title of this album. So now we have Adam and Eve. So she is Eve here. We have the tree back here. She's comparing herself to a fruit, a ripened fruit that's so tempting. Now, in the creation story, there was the tree of good and evil, and they, both Adam and Eve, were forbidden to eat from that tree. And of course, Eve was tempted by the serpent. She ate the apple, and her eyes were open to the world around her. And then she tempted Adam to do the same, and he did. But this video, this song is called Apocalypse. So it's perhaps, you know, an apple of the end times. You know, we had that apple of, you know, good and evil, whatever, that was at the beginning. This is like the apple that opens your eyes at the end. But something else that I wanted to point out here, you guys can't see this, so let me briefly turn my camera off. The title of the video is up here in the top left corner behind where my camera was. And you see, if you can see where my mouse is at, it says Apocalypse. Of course, that's the English title. But this string of Hangul here for my non-Korean speakers is supposed to also be the song title, but in Korean. But that doesn't say Apocalypse. Well, this word over here, the first two characters might, but I'm not actually sure. I don't know what that means. But this part, saguanamu, literally means apple tree. So, and this character here, the ui, is like an apostrophe s, like something possessive. So maybe this is like the end times apple tree, or the apocalypse's apple tree of the apocalypse. I don't know specifically what Jungmal is, but yeah. All right, let's turn the camera back on. So we're already getting a reference to the apple tree in the title, I just didn't realize it until we're here looking at these lyrics and the tree here. Now, video-wise, you see this like dreamlike filter. So, and of course, she looks kind of otherworldly with her dyed hair and such, looking all precious. But she looks contemplative here, even though like he's like the perfect guy in this world. But as we're gonna see, if you've seen the reaction, you already know, it's not the real him, right? This isn't real. Let's keep going though. So we'll pick up from shh. Right, so now see it alternates back and forth. Like there's them having this dream life together, and then there's this version of her that's very sad and letting herself be consoled by him. Maybe this idea of like wanting more, or that maybe I don't know, like not wanting to let go. Okay, so the rest of this part was, look at this Adam, looks so delicious. Now, obviously, we're talking about Adam the guy, but there's also, the Adam's apple. It's obviously named after the that creation story we talked about. But we'll be okay. We'll be okay. So it's like I know there's something wrong, but we're gonna make it. And then, look at your apple. Aren't you curious how it tastes? So again, it's like she's comparing herself to this fruit of temptation. Like, don't you want me? Right? Don't you want to be with and taste me? We'll be okay. We'll be okay. Right, now there's an apple. He's, I don't know, like in stasis or something. Okay, now she has the apple. Is she gonna give in to the temptation? And she does, and then it opens her eyes to the world around her. So now that she's in the real world here. The verse, or I guess the pre-chorus, is, I don't know if that's the chorus, or, I don't know, it's not labeled here, but whatever. It says, bring me back to heaven, I got you. Bring me back to heaven, I got you, my honey. Bring me back to heaven, I got you. Bring me back to heaven, I got you, my milk. So that's another biblical reference to the land of milk and honey, or the promised land. So if you're bringing me back to heaven, it's take me back to the place where we were in this perfect harmony together. Take me back to that promised land. Okay, now we've woken up figuratively and literally, because she's literally waking up in the bed. They must have had a great time, because they are sleeping on the wrong side. They don't even have the pillows. Very cute. They're being goofy in their everyday life. Now she sees the phone vibrating, and I thought I could make out what this says, but it's in Hangul, and I cannot. But she snoops through his phone, and she does not like what she found, and now it's GG's. Now they're fighting about it. Now she's biting the apple because she doesn't want to face the real world. She wants to go back to that dreamscape where everything was in perfect harmony. Let me see. Lyrically, she says, why weigh good and evil? If you don't take a bite, it's your loss. So remember I mentioned the creation story and the whole like tree of good and evil, and she was tempted, but she's essentially saying like, why even bother looking at it as good or evil? It's just something you do or don't do. And she says, if you don't take a bite, it's your loss. So, you could be missing out on so much if you don't just do it. Just take advantage of the moment and the opportunity that's before you. Our lives dragging on endlessly. Want to taste the sweetness of my lips. Yum, yum. Never mind, not going to say it. Even if it ends, I want a night like that. So even if it's just, a dream for one night of giving in to that carnal delight and that temptation, like I want that. You're dying to have it gaze, right? So like this, I want you to need me. The way your body moves drives me insane. If this is a sin, I'll gladly take the punishment. Plant an apple tree on my hips. A forest where life began. Where life begins. That is... All right, I'll come back to it. Let me finish this. Before love ever existed, what was it that made us? Okay, that was like an existential question there at the end. But if this is a sin, I'll gladly take the punishment. Giving in to temptation. Okay, we get that. But I actually saw a quote from her at one point. I think it was like a month ago. And she mentioned, and I didn't realize it had to have been talking about this song, but I didn't realize it at the time because she said something about, when you get asked what would you do with your last day, some people say they'd plant an apple tree and some people say they'd have an orgy. And to her, it's like the same thing. It's planting seeds either way. And I was like, okay, that's random, but she kind of cooked with that one. But now that I'm seeing this line, I'm like, okay, it was definitely this song she was talking about. Plant an apple tree on my hips. So in other words, spread your seed on my hips. A forest where life begins. I think that's... I don't really think we need to be explicit with this part, but you can see where that one's going. And then we're going to go back to the look at this Adam looks so delicious. But in the video, we're going back to the dream world. Right, now she's there. But now she knows, right? She's seen what's going on. It's no longer this perfect harmony anymore. You can tell by the look in her eyes. Like she's like, this doesn't quite feel right. Now, mind you, Bibi is also an actress, so that does not surprise me that she can communicate that without saying anything. That subtle shift of her eyes is like, wow. And now she's going back and forth between realization of what is and the desire of what she either wants or what could have been. Back when they were happy. See, she's like caressing this apple because she knows that this isn't real. Like this blissful moment with, hubby Adam and newborn baby Cain or Abel. I think it's Cain. It's not the way it is, right? Because this looks, blissful, right? And baby sleeping, but looking precious, and the husband's looking, handsome and all perfect here in the dream world, but she's back there contemplating everything. She glances down at the apple. She eats the apple. And now we're back in the real world where she's had the baby and it's not nearly so peaceful and beautiful as what that dream made it look like. And now it's like the dream world doesn't exist anymore. Like, even when she bites the apple, it's not real. It doesn't do the same thing for her. Like, now that things have been brought to light, this no longer holds the same meaning or feeling for her anymore. So yeah, that's a really cool way of communicating this story. But of course, we've got that, bring me back to heaven, I got you. Bring me back to heaven, I got you, my honey. The heaven and heaven, my milk lines that we talked about earlier. And then we're gonna get this this outro. Now she's like alone because the guy, I guess, left her, or maybe she broke up with him. I don't know. But this is designed to look like, in terms of the dreamscape, it's designed to look apocalyptic. Like, everything is, it's the end times for this dream. I'm not sure what the angelfish represent there. She holds the apple, and now we're going back in time. We're like reliving everything. Okay. So this, we have to do it. I mentioned at the end of the reaction, we have to do this. So let me go over the outro first. But video-wise, it's like that was the future of what happens when she eats the apple and she sees everything and she experiences what things really are. But now she's getting a chance to go back, like time has rewound to the moment before she bit the apple, and we're gonna get she eats the apple or she throws the apple away. So since she ate the apple in the video the first time, I'm gonna click that one first. But let's talk about the outro. I've never had like this pick your own ending thing. This is cool. So look into my eyes, don't stop this chance that will never come again, don't throw it away. So again, we're trying to take advantage of the moment, even if it leads us to ruin. Hold my hand, but the echo part there says try holding my hand, then wrap your arms around my waist, see these fruits ripened so temptingly. What? So again, she's comparing herself and her body to this tempting fruit, and hey, who am I to say that she's wrong? But let's see what happens when she eats the apple. How? Nothing. I thought we were going to get a choose your own ending. I mean, I guess we technically did, but let's go back to the actual video and we'll see what happens when she throws it away. Ah, okay. So when she eats the apple, we just get the rest of the story that we already saw. When she throws it away, she closes her eyes and stays in the dream world blissfully unaware or not caring of what's really going on. Poetic. It also makes you wonder, if you could know the truth about everything, would you? I guess that was Apocalypse from Bibi, and a lot of fun to talk about this one. A lot of imagery here, a lot of like kind of biblical story building, or parallels, I should say. Uh, and she's not saying one way is right or wrong here. She very specifically actually mentions, the temptation, taking advantage of the moment. If this is a sin, I'll take whatever punishment comes from it because I'm giving in. But video wise, we see that she is kind of like uh having her eyes opened. So I asked this at the end of the breakdown, but if you had the chance to know the world as it is, we think about movies like The Matrix giving you like the red pill or whatever. But if you could eat a fruit or have your mind altered, whatever it is, to see exactly as things are, would you do it? Or would you stay with the worldview that you have currently? Let me know in the comments. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I did. This was, again, it was Apocalypse from Bibi. If you enjoyed, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell to enable your notifications. Also, shout out to our patrons. Thank you guys for your support. Patreon subs get access to things that we can't put here on the YouTube channel, as well as guaranteed prioritized requests sent to the top of the queue every month. If you want to get requests done here on the channel, but you don't want to deal with Patreon, then there is a PayPal link down below that you can check out as well. The one other thing that I don't normally mention, but I guess I should, is if you want to see this type of reaction and breakdown for stuff that isn't K-pop related, I will do that, but only for Patreons. Here on the channel, it's just K-pop. But anyway, thanks for being here, and I will catch you later this evening for Scott and Zelda. Take care, everybody.